Your Lie in April is my favorite anime of all time. Within the single 25 episode season that there is, one episode stands out above the rest. It's not only the best episode in the whole show, but I think it's up there as the single best episode in all of anime, behind the season 2 Attack on Titan betrayal. Episode 13, titled Love Sorrow, has so much impact on the show and the show's characters that I knew I had to have a little yap session about it in one of these videos one day. Well, today is that day, so let's get into what makes episode 13 of Your Lie in April one of the best in all of anime. There will be spoilers ahead, of course, so click off if you haven't seen the show. I'd highly recommend. And obviously this is all my opinion. If you don't like the show, the episode, whatever, that's fine. You don't have to stay, you can go. The whole basis of read him. And like I said before, I think it's genius to have the eyes hidden and finally revealed as he lets go of his mother, showing that she is a human. She had her reasons for doing what she did, and though we might not agree with him, we understand where she's coming from. She didn't have a lot to live for, and so she thought if she drilled these piano things into him, that he could be successful in the future without her. The song Love Sorrow sounds like it would be a very sad song, but know what happened to her, and he's just thinking of her in that hospital, which then gets him thinking about his mother, who taught him how to play piano, and she's the reason he's played music in the first place. He let all of it go. So he's going from this sadness to this anger to this grief, and he finally ends up in this heart of the series is actually a positive and not a curse like he thought. He thought he couldn't hear his notes because of the way he treated his mother, of the last things he said to her. The last thing he said to his mother before she died is that he hates her and that he hopes she dies. Do you know how much that would fuck you up as a kid? No. So before we go from angry, scared, sad, to heartwarming. But at the end of the performance, when he stands up in front of the crowd slowly applauding him, he looks up to the spot where the fact that his mother is gone. Ever since she's passed on up until the point where this show starts, we know his father isn't around, his mentor isn't around, his friends are barely around, and it's just him alone. He has no siblings, his family isn't there, his friends don't understand, so he has no one. The world is full of black and white. He can't see these vivid, beautiful colors in the world because he lost what means everything to him. No one around him really understands what it's like. It is crazy what this show puts Kosei through, and yet he's still able to make it out the other side. In this episode in particular, it makes us as the audience feel good and less worried about him. As the first half of the show, we were super worried. He was in this intense depression after losing his mother, after not being able to play music, after not being able to let go of music. But in this episode, he's able to enjoy playing the piano. He's able to let go of his mother. He's able to realize that there are a bunch of people around him who care. And that's really not only a heartwarming message in the show, but it's a heartwarming message about grief. Everyone's gonna lose people in their life, and that's okay because there's still people alive who are there for you, no matter what happens. The last thing to comment on for me is the motivation of his mom and his friends behind him. The two mentors meet up after his performance though and start talking about Kosei. They talk about how his music will always be riddled with this soft sadness because of the extreme loss that he dealt with, and how there will be another time where he has to see them make music together. We want to see them be happy together, and we want to fulfill this happy ending. The show is telling us that happy endings don't always happen, and we just have to deal with it because death and grief is something that we can't control, and it happens to everyone. It's such a heartwarming and heart-wrenching episode at the same time. You go through such a roller coaster of emotions. You learn so much about Kosei's past, and about his mother, and about his family, and about his music. And then in the end, we as the audience have to believe that he can for his own sake. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for 200 subs. Oh my god. And thank you for all the support in the last video. That was crazy. Thank you so much. I'm trying to post at least once a month on here. Got a new camera, got a new tripod. I'm hoping that I can stick to this routine and get you guys some content. I've seen all the recommendations on the last video. Trust me, I've made a whole Google sheet with all of them. I'm gonna watch the movies and hopefully review them on the channel sometime soon. So stick around for that. Like always, check out Winton Productions where me and my friends post our short films. And if you want to see more of me, support me by hitting all the funny buttons below and commenting what you think about Your Lie in April and what other movies and TV shows I should watch and review. I'm always looking for recommendations, like I said, to keep track of them all. So thank you so much, have a good day, and peace. Also, I'm so sorry for no JoJo Hinky review today. I genuinely could not find anything interesting to eat or drink. I'm so sorry.